The content on this channel has been created for adults. If you're not at least 13 years of age or older, then please do not watch this content. Sorry, dude. Come back when you're 13.
Yeah, baby girl. You know what I want to do. Come on. Yeah, baby girl.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Off Tap for Life. Always a pleasure to be rocking and rolling for all you beautiful people around the globe. Guys, we're back with another one right here. And this one is, again, we got some more David Bowie action. This one's called Starman. This is the official video from 1972 and is courtesy of the one and only Lovely Lazuna. Thank you, Lovely Lazuna, for another David Bowie request, because I tell you right now, guys, David Bowie knows what he's doing, man. He freaking left a huge, amazing body of work. Super talented, one of the icons, one of the greats of all time. And this is cool to be experiencing and checking out some of these amazing songs that he created. Super awesome stuff. This one here, Starman, if I'm not mistaken, is this from a movie or something? Was there a movie called Starman? Was this related, or is that just this coincidence with the name? I don't know. I'm sure you guys know. Let me know in the comments. Anywho, let's get into this, shall we? Without further ado, for me, for Lovely Lazuna, and all of you, David Bowie, Starman, 1972. Let's get it.
Hey, no, no. Didn't know what time it was and the lights were low. I leaned back on my radio. Some cat was laying down some "Get It On, Rock and Roll," he said. Then the loud sound, it seemed to fade. Came back like a slow voice on a wave of fade.
I just want to quickly say, definitely feel that 70s vibe action with this. Like I always tell you, there's something, you can kind of pretty much pick out 70s vibes. You know what I mean? Like the 70s era of music. Like when I hear it, like now that I've done quite a few of these songs from the 70s, I can kind of pick it now. Like I'm going, yeah, look, that does sound like that 70s thing. Because they had something going on in the 70s. Dude. There was some magic mojo going on. I don't know what they was doing, but they had something in the Kool-Aid, dude. That's what I'm saying. It was this period of music where it was just really uniquely special and dope. You know what I mean? But I love it. Let's go.
Hey, is that one on DJ? That was Hazy Cosmic Jive. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children use it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie.
And you know, this quickly shout out that I should have read earlier, but Lovely Lazuna said this one is from The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. I was just looking at the title there, Ziggy Stardust, Spiders from Mars, Space Oddity, Starman. So I think it's really true to say, you know, he definitely has some type of fascination with space, with that whole final frontier, you know, that kind of thing, dude. I freaking love it, because I love space. I think about space all the time. It's just this amazing thing that is crazy that, you know, you can't get your mind around it. The vastness of it, you know, is just mind-boggling. Yeah, it's like when they're telling you there's infinite universes or planets or all these different things, or that to get to the next, solar system or something like that, 4.5, what do they say, 4.5 light years, which is 1 light year equals, is it 100 years per light year, or is it 1,000 years per light year? I don't know, some type of thing like that. But the point is that it's not like driving 30 minutes up the road, to get to anywhere that's closest to us. Even we're the closest places are still so far away. It's crazy, the vastness of it. Like, when you hear them say, oh yeah, it'd take 100 light years to get there. What the mental stuff, dude. So I understand the fascination with space. Like, I totally feel that, probably a lot of us. And man, oh gosh, it would be so cool to be able to just travel in space and time. Jeez, it'd be amazing, dude. So this is like living out that, creating music around that. I totally get, where he was at. I totally feel it. It's like living out your fantasy, living out that space life without actually being able to physically go there, but still living it out. You're creating this world, you're imagining and visualizing what it could really truly be like.
Someone so picked on you. Hey, that's far out, so you heard him too. Switch on the TV, we may pick him up on channel 2. Look out your window, I can see his light. We can sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, he'll get us locked up in fright.
Right there, that sound. I feel like that's been sampled in, or maybe that they're using the sample, because I'm sure the Jacksons have a song where it goes. Like, it's the same sound, ain't it? Let me know. Did they sample this from did he sample this from the Jacksons, or did the Jacksons sample this from him, or is it just a coincidence? I don't know. Let me know.
There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he blew our minds there.
I just think too, like, the starman waiting in the skies, he'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks it will blow our minds. Like, guys, that is probably a real thing right now. Because, there's been so many sightings of UFOs, of aliens, of all these different things. We always have these theories of why they haven't made contact, why they haven't, why aren't they here? Why aren't they coming down here? And I got a theory. Maybe this is the answer. They're afraid that if, they look too different, it'll blow our minds, and they'll probably get hated on. If they've been studying our planet, they know that we don't do well with freaking anyone who looks different, historically speaking, huh? A bit of hatred, a bit of racial crap and discrimination and all kinds of things for anyone who doesn't fit into what some people would consider to be the way people should fit into, historically speaking. It's still, unfortunately, a thing today, if you don't look a certain way, if you're not, and this is not just even, it goes far beyond just color. Like, we're talking about all types of this. The kid in school who doesn't, can't afford to wear the latest fashion, so he gets picked on because he doesn't dress like the other kids. The kid who actually, freaking is maybe a bit gender different, so he dresses accordingly and then gets hated on. People who are freaking working in a workplace and who are separated because literally of their position in the company. People frown upon difference. There's a lot of people who would judge people accordingly, who would be like, "Ugh, what are you wearing? Like, that's not even this year's fashion." Even stuff like that. People freaking hate on you if you ain't fashion conscious. There's so many different things, and that's just not, obviously, again, including the obvious one, which is color of skin. People have been discriminating for color of skin since the beginning, right? All these things have been going on. So at the end of the day, if you're an alien and you've been studying our planet and you've been doing your homework, you would probably be afraid to reveal yourself if you didn't look like what the status quo said you should look, because you'd be thinking, great, these Earth people aren't open-minded enough, aren't freaking loving enough, aren't freaking just on enough of a higher state of consciousness to freaking accept our difference of how we look, and it could be bad news for us. They would just end up trying to destroy us, or study us, put us in a lab. So that comment that he says, very freaking probably accurate. You know what I mean? Very freaking probably accurate. You never know, but there definitely has to be a reason why. It's definitely probably against the law of a lot of these aliens to even be able to make any type of appearance here. Like, maybe they've been told you're not allowed to. You can't. This is something that you are not allowed to do for whatever reason. Probably because they just think also it's a waste of fuel. Don't waste your time and energy going there. We're probably the ants of the galaxy, the universe. Just like, do we bother ants? We let them do their thing. Do we give them a hard time? They've got their whole little world happening. Nah, we the ants probably to them. Or, who knows, maybe not. Maybe we're the monsters. And maybe they're afraid of us. Either way, David Bowie, visionary. I like it.
There's a starman waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. It's all there. Let the children use it. Let the children use it. Let all the children boogie. Starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he blew our minds. And there's a starman waiting in the sky. Not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. It's all there. Let the children use it. Let the children use it. Let all the children boogie.
I like the ending there. The ending of that song in particular, where all of them, they pan out, they show everyone doing their thing and whatnot. Like, it felt like a good time. Didn't it just feel like a really good time, like a real kumbaya moment? I love that feeling, dude. I love that feeling where it just feels like, wow, like, guys, let's just clap our hands and let's just enjoy the moment. Let's just be here, present in the moment. Music does that. Music really has that power and ability to do that. Make you present, make you here and now in that moment. In that moment, there's like, you don't have a care in the world. Like, nothing else matters. I just love that feeling. And that's the vibe at the end there. It just really felt so freaking just chilled and just like, let's just throw our hands up, guys, and let's just get it. You know what I mean? Love that. Love that. Absolutely love that. I think that this song here is a well put together song, first of all. I mean, look, it's got all the ingredients This is the perfectly baked cake right here. This song has every single ingredient measured perfectly to the T, and then topped off with a nice layer of icing just to give you that extra bit of taste for your freaking buds to freaking just bathe and bathe and I always try to do that accent, the bathe. The David Bowie seems like he has a bit of this really cool accent. When you hear how he speaks, like his pronunciation of words and things, like he had this cool accent happening, which I love. I love accents. I love hearing people's accents. I think it's always interesting how across this planet we have. You ever think about just we talk about, you know, you listen to these songs and you're thinking about the vastness of our universe, right? Because, you know, this, you can't help but think about space listening to these songs, right? Now, on our planet alone, think about how many different voices, languages, accents, all these different things we have here just on this planet, right? On this planet alone, there's so many, dude. There's so many. If you were to factor in the potential other, you know, languages that exist in our universe, like, oh my gosh, dude. Because needless to say, I mean, you have to know without a shadow of a doubt that there is other life. And whether that life, now, time is vast, okay? And this is one of those topics, dude, I actually really want to do a whole super long video on and talk about, because it's one of those things, right, where the vastness of space, of universe, you know, there is a correlation with time. You know, like when we see stars and things, apparently they've already, what we're seeing is potentially dead stars already, that by the time the light gets here, it's gone. You know what I mean? Like, just getting your mind around these type of things already blows your mind, right? But if you were to think and go, okay, realistically speaking, I look at it as being realistic. There's more, to me, there's the odds, as far as the odds, there's likely the odds are more in favor of there being other life, you know, scattered throughout history of time and space, which means it could be life that came before us, life, there could have been whole civilizations and a whole lot going on around the universe, but that was in a different time period. You know, maybe that's already happened and we're the last lives left. Who knows? We could be the last left, or we could be the first, or we could be in the middle of it. We just don't know, you know, or it could just always been. But the fair thing to say is that I think that there definitely has, or is, or was, or could be still, or maybe is, or will be, or whatever. Tons of different languages around the universe. Can you get your mind around that when we can't even, in our own planet, there's so many different dialects and languages that, you know, I even seen this thing popped up on my YouTube screen. You know how they have the recommendations when you go to the homepage when you first log into YouTube? There was like, some dude did a book about this book on Earth that no one alive can read because they can't translate it, because it's in a language that no one today speaks or knows. And there's probably tons of stuff like that around that people alive today just could never read. It's mind-blowing, right? Like, even a supercomputer couldn't probably figure out what's being said, because at the end of the day, you still need to be able to have some type of code to know what each symbol meant. You know what I mean? Like, you could have a million symbols that the person who made them originally figured, okay, this symbol here means goat, for example. This means cat. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't understand and have the code originally to what those symbols meant, they're still going to be just symbols. You might be able to figure out, okay, there's a bunch of this symbol here. there's like this symbol appears in this context a million times, and you might be able to formulate, okay, so here's this symbol laid out this many times here, but you still, without knowing what that symbol literally meant to that person who created that language, you still would be kind of walking in the dark. Now, there's people, professionals, who try to break codes and stuff like that, but I think that there is this amazing just madness to think about the one code, the one thing that I think no matter how many infinite Earths or planets or languages or different things there may be, I'm going to put it out there right now that music is the one common denominator. Again, if it works on our planet with all the different languages and different cultures and different things that we have, music has the power to break borders, to bring people together, to be relatable and understandable regardless if you even speak the language. You can hear it and get the feel of what's going on. And a lot of the times you can kind of find music relatable like that. Music speaks multiple languages without speaking multiple languages. I'm going to put it out there. Music is going to be the way that we communicate with aliens and other things without being able to communicate with them. The power of music, I think, is going to be that one thing that can bring us all together, no matter what galaxy you're from. Whether you are a starman who's afraid to reveal yourself here because of whatever reason, I think music could be the thing that soothes the savage beast. As they say, right? Music soothes the savage beast. I think music is that thing. I love music so much, and David Bowie definitely creates that kind of thought, process going on in your own head, because the themes of his own music, his thought process, trying to think about how he was viewing, the world, the universe that, we live in when he created and wrote these songs. I love it, dude. This is one of those I could talk about this for a long period of time because I love this stuff. I really love this stuff. Wow, it makes you think, doesn't it? You really start thinking. And maybe David Bowie himself was literally a starman, and maybe he was the one who was worried if he came out and told everyone, we wouldn't get it. We'd be afraid. You never know. You never know. Anyways, I'm going to end this here, guys. As always, remember to show it to the fullest. Keep it off tap. Thank you, lovely Lizana, for the request. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Off tap out.